Hey everyone, good morning. James Azar here with the CyberHub podcast. Happy Wednesday, hump day, midway done through this week. We're almost there, folks. Friday's just right around the corner for all of us. I want to start off by saying yesterday was Patch Tuesday. And it's always very awkward for me to do this because I record these in the morning Eastern time, and a lot of this stuff comes out during the day on Tuesday, and so I bring it to you on Wednesday, but I've studied it. So let's get right into it. Here is our practitioner brief for Wednesday, June 10th, 2020 in this year. Microsoft has released their June 2020 security update with a record 129 flaws. That means a lot of work. Almost every single Windows software product requires a security update. Some more critical than others. Links available on our PDF that you can get on our website at cyberhubpodcast.com. Sign up there, get this directly in your inbox every single day with all the links, everything you need, so you don't have to look for it anywhere. You can just send this list down. If you're a CISO or you're a VP, you can just take this brief, send it down to your team, let them know what you want them to focus on. They don't even have to look for anything. The links, everything, we've done all the work for you guys. Absolutely free. Just sign up. All we need is your email. Again, cyberhubpodcast.com for that. Adobe's also issuing a security update. Again, yesterday, Patch Tuesday, kind of a big deal. So Adobe warns of critical flaws in their Flash Player and Framemaker. These flaws do allow for remote code execution on both of those. Trend Micro's zero-day initiative was credited with finding the arbitrary code execution flaws in the Adobe. The Adobe Security Bulletin can be found on our PDF. Lots and lots of updates. That's for that piece. Now I want to get into the second piece of our practitioner brief today. And these are two stories that I felt like we have a lot to learn from. And let's start with the first one where research by researchers Paul Bischoff and Bob Dychenko, legendary security researchers in the Infosec world, did an experiment where misconfigured public cloud databases are attacked within hours of deployment. And a lot of times we as security practitioners are unaware of cloud databases that are being put out there by DevOps, by different bodies within our organizations, marketing, you name it. Well, between May 11th of this year and May 22nd, so just last month, Bob and Paul actually put out a fake honeypot and a fake Elastic Search honeypot containing fake user data. During that period of time, so that 11-day period, there were 175 unauthorized requests beginning less than 9 hours after deployment. So immediately and right away, people started going after it. Shodan indexed the honeypot on May 16th, 5 days, and within 1 minute of being indexed, it received 2 attacks, and more attacks occurred on that day than on any other day of the research. So the Shodan tool really did increase that. Despite this, though, one of the things that Paul and Bob talk about significantly is that there are about 36 attacks that occurred before even Shodan indexed it, and conclude that many attackers rely on their own scanning tools rather than waiting for a passive IoT search engine like Shodan to crawl vulnerable databases. Most of the attacks came from IPs located in the US, Romania, and China. The majorities were seeking information about the status of the database and its settings. However, 3 types of attacks stand out: cryptojacking, credential theft, and ransomware. This is something to really take a look at, share within your team. I know when I read it this morning, the first thing I did was share it across my entire organization. And with the several organizations I work as a virtual CISO for, it's something where people need to understand we have to show cause and effect. Our job as security practitioners is to really just let people know of the risks, inform them of the risk, and then help them address these risks to reduce that risk. And this is one of them. It's something that we hear about all the time, but it's something that we can really address with just simple internal procedures. Again, something great to do as well, folks. Hack for hire firm connected to attacks on nonprofits and journalists. So an India-based firm whose slogan is "You Desire" has launched cyber attacks against thousands of individuals and organizations across the world as part of a large commercial and government-funded espionage operation. This is according to the University of Toronto Citizen Lab, a multi-organizational research team. The Hack for Hire operation, dubbed Dark Basin by Citizen Lab, targeted nonprofit organizations, advocate groups, such as climate advocacy groups and net neutrality campaigns, financial firms, pharmaceutical companies. They've targeted the Center for International Environmental Laws, Climate Investigation Center, Greenpeace, and the Union of Concerned Scientists, collaborating on the Exxon New campaign. Something very, very interesting, because a lot of times when we're trying to hire firms for pen testing, for security research, for red team, blue team, we're always looking for great value at a price. And this kind of brings up the whole idea of doing cross-border business in cybersecurity, and one of that the threat that it brings to an organization. Do you really know who you're doing business with across the sea? Great piece to also read in our practitioner brief today. We've highlighted kind of the key facts of that specific story by Citizens Lab. Job well done by our friends over at Citizens Lab. That's it for our practitioner brief today, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, give us 5 stars, share, subscribe, share. That's it for us here today, folks. My name is James Azar. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll be back with more tomorrow. And until then, stay cyber safe.